Welcome to this short tutorial. I'm Jose with swagacademy.com, and I'm about to share with you some very simple, very short, but powerful online dating tips. This is applicable to anyone. If you have any kind of online dating profile, doesn't matter who it's with. If you're struggling to find matches, prospecting women, getting good quality dates, whether it's more quality or quantity that you're looking for, or both, these will help maximize the performance of your online dating with some very simple tips that you may have never thought to try or to implement. So let's get right into it. So tip number one, I like to call the wow factor. And really what it comes down to is getting a reaction. So as you see in point number one, some sort of a shock value. Now, it doesn't mean you have to be, polarizing or highly provocative necessarily, but just something that makes her look twice, makes her stop in her tracks, because a lot of this swiping happens, in 2 seconds kind of thing. So you want to make her stop and say, wow, or you want to make her say, dang, or something like, what? Like, it doesn't matter whether, it's one reaction or another, but a reaction. So you want to surprise her. In other words, something that she didn't see coming, or that she doesn't usually see when she's swiping on dozens and dozens of profiles. So to point number three, you want to catch her attention. Obviously, if you don't catch her attention, chances are she could just keep swiping, because there may not be anything wrong necessarily with your profile, but if it's not attention grabbing, she may just pass you over until she finds somebody that does wow her. So make her gasp, right? Make her be like, like lose her breath for just a split second, because there's something about your profile that captures her attention. Maybe that first opening line, or the little blurb on the top of your bio, or something about a picture that you put makes her laugh, makes her smile. It could be a cute picture, it could be a silly picture, funny picture, it could be something where you just happen to look really good, you're in a suit and tie, whatever it is. Get that reaction, and dare I say, make her bite her lip, twirl her hair. In other words, get her thinking, man, this guy's hot, this guy's cute, this guy's handsome. So tip number two, I like to call this the intrigue factor, and it's generally what happens after the wow. So after you've gotten that initial reaction from her, you want to trigger her curiosity enough, not only to stop her in her tracks and stop from swiping, but enough to start scrolling through your profile, scrolling through your pictures, and having a closer look at who you are and what you're all about. So in other words, you're triggering her interest. It's not enough for her to see that one, picture or catchphrase that made her stop, but she wants to see more. She wants to hear more. You want to trigger her desires, hopefully. So in other words, again, it's we got to remember, women may not be as visual creatures as we are as men, but they still are going to be drawn by an attractive man. When I say attractive, I'm not necessarily always talking about looks per se, but just how attractive, if you're well dressed, if you're good quality picture, if you're smiling, that will trigger her desires and raise questions in her mind. So in other words, make her start thinking like, I wonder, I wonder about this, I wonder about that, I wonder how tall he is, I wonder, if he speaks another language, I wonder if he can cook. Whatever it is, just stir up her imagination. Make it seem as if, your bio or your pictures leave questions to be desired. So make her wonder about you. Maybe there could be a picture that has a story behind it that makes her think, oh, I wonder what he was doing there, or I wonder what was happening there, that he was laughing so hard, or that he was, whatever it was. Just make her think and ask herself more questions about you, because that means she's going to want to know more about you if you intrigue her. And finally, tip number three is what I like to call the incentive factor. So in other words, once she's kind of deliberated in her mind about wanting to know more about you, she has to have a reason. So she has to say, what's in it for me, kind of a thing. If I pursue this, if I reached out, if I match with this guy, if I reach out to him first, what am I going to get out of it? So in this example, I'm actually going to give you some samples of lines that you could use. So to start, you need to pose an intriguing question. So something in your profile bio needs to raise a question in her head. So, an example would be, put a little blurb in your bio saying, am I the Jim to your Pam, kind of a thing. So, You know, might we be compatible kind of a thing? Might we be partners in crime? There's a million examples you can use, but the point I'm trying to make is that you need to make her question something about your bio. You can issue an irresistible challenge. So I like this one because it can be very playful. It can be flirty. You can say something like, I don't know, like I'm a night owl, for example. I like staying up all night. Can you keep up with me, kind of a thing. Maybe you match with somebody else that also happens to be a night owl and likes to stay up late, and you might be perfect for each other for that and other reasons. So you can issue that as a challenge, and that gives the person incentive to actually reach out to you with a line saying, hey, like, what do you know? Like, I stay up late too, kind of a thing, or I'm also addicted to coffee, or I love pets too. Whatever it is, put something out there that says, you know, are you a dog lover? Do you love, you know, riding motorcycles? Whatever it is, put something out there to as bait, right? You want to tease your prospect. That's the other thing. And this is something, again, where it could be very playful and flirty, where you could, you know, blatantly say something like, I'm guaranteed to rock your world. This is something you can play with. I thought of this one because myself, I'm a guitar player, for example. So let's say I had a profile picture cover with me playing the guitar. I could play that off as a little playful pun and saying, you know, I can rock a girl's world. But again, I'm just being playful, and maybe I'll match with another musician or whatever it is. But the point is that you want to tease in one way, in a very light, flirtatious way, without coming across too aggressive or too creepy. Next, you want to leave a little bit to be desired. So in other words, be a man of mystery, leave a little bit of mystery. And again, you can put that with a little line, a little such as what I have here. Guess what my secret talent is? And then wait for the girl to reach out to you, because a lot of the times it'll just be the curiosity that will get the best of them, and she won't be able to resist just reaching out to you and saying, what is it? What's your secret talent? Kind of a thing. But there's a million things you can do. You can pose questions that will prompt or trigger the girl to reach out to you. Then you can flirt with your prospect. So again, keeping in mind that you haven't necessarily connected or matched yet, you want the reader or the girl that's swiping you want to make her feel as if she's already connected with you, as if you're talking to her directly. Don't make it seem as if you're talking to, you know, the whole ocean of fish that's in the sea. You want to make it seem like you're talking directly to her. And again, a little flirtatious and playful line that I have there that I like using is, warning, the contents in this package can be highly addictive. And there you could be, you know, be referring to yourself or be pointing to yourself in a certain picture. You can put an LOL at the end of it if you want. You don't want to come across as cocky, but just that you're being fun and playful. And then lastly, again, engage your prospect one-on-one. Don't make it seem like, hey ladies, you know, I'm here to play the game. No. You want to be speaking directly to the girl that's swiping your profile. So refer to her directly as if it was one-on-one, saying, I'm ready to meet you. Are you ready to meet me? So that's how that goes. So these are 3 simple tips that you can use and expand on in so many different creative ways in order to, again, boost the performance, get more dates, more matches, better women connecting and reaching out with you, and better dialogue and more deeper connections. Guys, I expand on this way more in my 7-day dating crash course, which is absolutely free. All you got to do is sign up at swagacademy.com, and I'll drop it right in your inbox. It's a quick 7-day crash course, again, that will sort of polish up any online dating profile you have, and then you'll start to see the results right away. So give that a try. Thanks for coming by, and I'll see you in the next video.